Okay.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode three of TD's podcast. I've done 3 episodes of this. Wow. I did not think I had it in me. I did not think I was gonna do 3 of these, but I'm having so much fun. Well, I have to be honest. This is keeping me occupied during this quarantine, and you know, it's very fun to do. You know, I'm with the boys talking about random topics, just chatting, just conversating, debating. It's fun times, and something like this just really keeps me interested in times where it's super boring staying at home. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoy these podcasts because I really enjoy making them. But yeah, special episode today, music episode today. And we got 2 guests, Max Gascon and Michael Sturgis. Both have differing opinions. You know, it's going to be a fun episode today. We're going to talk about some top 10 albums of 2019. 2019 was a great year for music. And we're going to discuss some of that today. And one of them will give their top 10 albums of 2019. We'll discuss if they're right, wrong, or, you know, if we want to replace some, we'll give our takes on that. And yeah, it'll just be a fun little debating episode, fun little conversating episode. It'll be fun. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Got more good stuff on the way down the line. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in and enjoy this music special with Max and Michael. Max is currently naked, bro. He's like, you know, he's like naked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of just woke up like an hour ago and like I sleep with no clothes on. So like, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But,
no,
yeah.
he told me he wanted to do a naked podcast. None of you would know, but I just kind of exposed him.
It's a good thing you said that. Yeah, it's a good thing you said that though. You know, because I just want to be closer with the viewers and stuff. You know, I feel like you know the fact that I'm able to be naked. You know, it just shows a more like natural aspect of myself. You know, though they can't see me, but
yeah, in your natural, you know, your natural environment. You know,
yeah,
no clothes. You feel like a freer.
Yeah,
you feel more free. You're not constrained anymore.
You feel like you're not constrained from anything. You know.
Yeah.
Whether it's clothes.
Yeah. Michael has all his clothes on.
Of course.
But he's still here. Guys, introduce yourselves. You know, what's your occupation? You know, your race, and you know, who's your favorite artist ever? If that's too hard to think about, then just like name an artist.
All right. All right, I guess I'll go first. Yo, what's up, guys? Dude, my name is Max. You know, I feel very, very welcomed by Trevor, and thank you for having me on the cast.
Of course.
Yeah, you know, I feel like we're all college students right now, and you know, I'm just getting ready for transfer and stuff. But you know, according to the podcast, you know, we're gonna talk about music today, and I guess if I'm gonna choose like an artist, probably gonna be J. Cole for my tops. But there's a lot mainly from like the newer age and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like him too.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Michael. Of course I'm 19 years old. I'm a college student, just like what Max said. I work as like a rec leader, you know, basically just like a front desk job. I answer the phone, do minimal paperwork.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank Trevor for allowing me on his podcast. Getting ready to talk about music.
Of course. You know, as a fellow rec leader myself, those of you who don't know, me and Michael, you know, we answer phones like a receptionist. We mop the floors like a janitor. You know, we have a lot of skills that are probably not necessary, but are crucial in the building that we work at.
Hey,
so, you know,
what? They could be necessary.
Yeah. they'll definitely be useful down the line, right? When when my boss tells me to mop the freaking bathroom or something, you know, that'll definitely be
like
useful.
Answer a phone call, you know.
Yeah. It'll definitely be useful. Yeah, but you know, with this whole COVID thing going on, me and Michael are unemployed. at the moment. Max, you're unemployed as well?
I am also unemployed, in need of a job, sadly.
Yes, we
Yeah,
we all
I
are in
think we're
need
all
of
in need of a job.
we're all in need of
Yeah.
some income at this moment.
So
Yeah,
if anyone's listening to this and
kinda
wants to
stupid.
sponsor Trevor, that'd be awesome.
If this was sponsored, that would be amazing. You know, of course you get a cut, maybe like 1%, but still, it would be something.
I
You get
appreciate
a
it.
couple cents.
You get like 50
Yeah,
cents. It's chill.
couple cents add up, you know.
But
Might
yeah,
take a
so I'm
couple
not
years, but
sponsored. I'm not sponsored at this moment. So, you know, um, it's lit. It's fucking lit. So I can curse all I want. I try not
mega
to,
lit.
but I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, these are weird times we live in. We've all had to adjust a certain way. How are you guys handling this whole COVID thing going on?
Dude, just like, staying inside, following precautions, you got to stay inside, make sure you're doing making sure you're keeping up with the good hygiene, just got to
Yep.
take care of yourself and, don't risk anything.
Yep.
That's all
Yeah,
it is.
I'll admit it's been a little hard, because like as a type of person that likes to go outside and just hang out with friends, it's just weird. Every day I just wake up at 2 o'clock and do homework and then repeat the same thing every day. Not really allowed to go outside. It's really different. Never experienced anything like this. I can't wait to see you guys, of course, once this is all over. But until then, this is the best we got, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
No,
pretty much,
This is a time to appreciate the boys. Appreciate the boys.
Yeah.
We got each other. We don't get to see each other at all, but we still bros, and we're gonna turn up after this thing's over. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
We can take it this way, like, like we're growing closer by, even though we're so far apart.
Yeah.
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 Dude, I like your thinking.
Yeah.
You're a deep thinker.
Yeah, bro. You just gotta think of the positives, bro. Though
Dude.
though we are so far away, we are virtually connecting and growing closer.
Exactly.
That's all it is. That's all it is, bro.
See, when you tune into this podcast, you're not just getting a bunch of mumbo jumbo from some young hotshots. You're getting intellectual thought and real life, right? It's not just,
dude. Yeah, I'm a high intellectual,
Mhm.
That's why I major in.
You've ascended, above the others, as some would say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude,
But yeah, glad that
majoring in hip hop.
I'm glad to have you guys on. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of music fans, I'd say, in the United States. A lot of different genres, tons of different genres. And what I'm gonna start with, for the music take that we have today, is the last year's music was a great year for the releasing of albums, artists spreading their talents about, creating new kinds of music. One being Billie Eilish in general, being like at the forefront of creating new and improved type of music. Max, I know you're a huge fan. I just wanted, I gave her a quick shout out. I know you'll talk about her more. I know we'll talk about her more later in this. But she was at the forefront of new music, new type of music that no one's really heard before. And you saw her, take home a bunch of Grammys this year, and well deserved by her. But 2019 was great for other artists as well. Making new creative albums and rising up the charts in the United States. So I wanted to hear from you guys. I know you guys have Max in particular. Michael likes rap, hip hop, all that stuff. But Max likes a lot of spread out genres of music, and I wanted to hear both of your takes of your own creation of your own top 10 favorite albums from 2019, because there are so many to count, especially in rap and hip hop. That's for sure. There's a lot. So I just wanted to hear what you guys, if you created a list, great. If not, just, kind of, give it your best shot and think of your favorite albums from last year.
Yeah.
I guess I can go first.
You can go first, Michael. You can go first.
In
Michael's
my
on.
opinion,
Go first. I'll let you go first.
honestly, this is a really interesting year for music. To me, it was a little softer compared to prior years, but that doesn't make it like any worse, you know. So I created actually a top 10, and for number 10, I actually had. I'm sorry, Trevor. I'm really sorry to do this to you, but I have Igor by Tyler, the Creator.
Igor,
I-
number 10. Wow.
I mean,
Kidding.
to me, it just I appreciate Tyler. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great musician, great artist, creative
But you
thinker.
hate him.
No, it's just to me, it just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
It just it was he had Earthquake, which is a really nice song. I liked the different style of it, especially with Playboy Cardi.
Yeah.
And he also had, I think,
you
You Magic Wand, all really good. But to me, it was just it wasn't bad. It just wasn't something that I'm gonna go back in the future and be like, wow, Igor, I have to go back and listen to that at least, once a year.
I
respect it though.
That.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel you.
I totally respect it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I liked Igor. Like, I don't know if it'd be my number 10, but like, I get what you're saying, because I mean, like, with Tyler, the Creator, I liked his older stuff from like Odd Future and all that stuff. A lot of his older stuff, that's what I like. That's what I was more into, because it was him being himself. Even though he's still being himself now, he's just a lot more different, I feel like he's trying to put himself more towards like the mainstream and what people want to hear, which is a really good thing. It's just not my type of Tyler, the Creator I like.
I feel like he's switching audiences a little bit, in my opinion. There's
for
definitely
sure.
different
His fan
audience
base changed
back from when he created his 2013 album to now. It's just a totally different audience, I would say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I guess I'll start with my number 9 pick then. My number 9 is For Real by YG. Again, had some good hits like Stop Snitching, Go Loco, Do Your Dance. But, I wouldn't say the overall album was amazing. Kind of like Tyler's. It's just, to me, I like those songs a little bit more than Tyler's. But YG did not have it wasn't a great album. It was just a good album, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
At number 8, I have Kirk by DaBaby. And in my opinion, I really like this. I really like this album. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I know some people recently have been saying, DaBaby's been sounding like the same recently, but his songs like intro, Bob vibes, gospel toes, raw shit, all really, in my opinion, quality. I mean, I don't know what you guys personally think, but I think they're quality.
It was a good debut.
He definitely expanded and tried to kind of open up a little bit with like his intro to that album and like gospel. But for me personally, it seemed like his last album, like it kind of was a carbon copy almost. But I do appreciate the album as a whole, because he did open up like with those 2 songs. So it did show that he had like more creative side, a more deep side to him than just like regular rappers just talking about money and
right,
fucking his babysitter and
gangster rap.
Gangster rap. Yeah. So I did like Kirk. I did like Kirk more than his last album. But yeah, it's a fair number 8 spot, Michael. I'm interested to hear you dive deeper into your top 10. What's the next? What's next?
Honestly, for all I know, this might be the most unpopular list of 2019.
But if it's unpopular, it's different.
It's all right.
At number 7, I have The Perfect 10 by DJ Mustard. I really like this album, especially since it's more of a DJ album, compared to like an artist album. Yeah, I think he did a pretty good job. Ballin' by Roddy Ricch, Pure Water with Migos, that was a hit when that first released. Baguettes in the Face, On God, 100 Bands, all again like really good songs, really catchy. A lot of like just good like songs you can just listen to and like vibe. Like I really like balling, just vibing like at the beach with that song.
Yeah.
Listen to Pure Water at a party, you know. I mean, those are all great songs.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Balling to I love that song.
And
Yes, sir.
so this is where it got really hard for me. This is where 2019 really stepped up his game. With number 6, I got 21 Savage with I Was, and wow, this was hard for me to put at number 6 because I would say I was like a 21 Savage fan, but like I didn't hate his music. You know, I think he released a good song in Bank Count, you know, the one that popped him off, and you know he had that 21 Savage Metro Boomin album. But this one to me really put him over the top, really solidified him in the game. You know, he had the song A Lot with J. Cole, which, you know, obviously blew up. It was insane. He had All My Friends on it with Post Malone, Monster with Childish Gambino. I think a really underrated song. Out for the Night Part 2 with Travis Scott in the deluxe version. Ball Without You. Can't Leave Without, you know, 1.5. You know, there's just a lot of great songs in my opinion. And I think he did a really good job, you know, stepping up the game. And like,
what's your favorite song off that album?
Oh, Monster, easily.
Monster.
Him and Childish Gambino are a really underrated duo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially with Childish Gambino's the song he just released with him.
Yeah.
That song was really good with 21. 21 killed his verse in that song.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna like that, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you called it.
It's a good song.
At number 5, I got Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial by Roddy Ricch.
Hey.
This guy blew up from this album. From Feed the Streets to this, dude. I haven't seen anyone do this in a long time. Where he had just almost every song in here was just quality, in my opinion. I mean, to say that's crazy or not, but I mean, you got the box. I mean, it's still. I think it's almost. I don't know if it's still number 1, but that song was number 1 for like
it's still
weeks.
in the top it's still in the top 20, dude, for most of the charts that they have, like iTunes and all that, Spotify. It's still in the top 10, which is pretty crazy.
And then, you know, with that transition to Start With Me, I remember you two, especially
dude,
at Rolling Loud.
Bro.
These guys every night would get hyped to the transition. I would just see them.
Dude, that transition was hype, dude. Dude, it was state of the art, dude. You don't hear it that much. You don't hear it that much from many albums.
And then you also got high fashion. I mean, you got Big Stepper.
High fashion was underrated for the longest time, and then next thing you know, like gave it a couple weeks for the album to be released, and then it blew up. I was like, what the? But dude, that is a good song.
And then you got Tiptoe with the hoodie. I mean, if you haven't listened to this album already, I mean, I would just go straight for it and just listen to it. This album was amazing.
And start from the beginning and don't shuffle through the album.
Yeah. You gotta go 1v1, dude. All the transitions for that whole album so good. It's like he's telling a story, you know. It really is pretty good.
It's inventive.
That's all like transitions. Yeah, transitions and albums make an album like what it is, you know, for the most part. Unless it already has like a theme to it. Like if you're just making transitions with it, it makes it like it doubles it. You know, it makes it a lot better.
Yeah. And I liked this a lot more because I like when artists aren't afraid to like when I mentioned with the baby how he opened up more about his like past and like his father and his childhood. I love it when artists who have a big platform and aren't afraid to open up about their past and what difficulties they had to go through in life. And it's a lesson, and it's an art form itself to like, to give a message to your fans, like, my life was difficult. I went through it this way. I went through it this way. I love the reason I'm bringing this up is because I remember one song off that album, Roddy Ricch's album.
Are we talking about
Prayers to the Trap God?
Yeah,
I love that. I love that song. It's so underrated.
Yes,
it's like about his childhood. It's so good. It's like about his childhood and like, his he grew up around drug dealers and I remember this one line where it's like I was watching what was he watching? he's watching Family Guy or something, and the cops busted in, and he's like, I was only like 12 or something, and I'm like, dude, that's so traumatic. Or at a young age, like cops like breaking into your house, like trying to find like drugs and stuff. That's like super traumatic. And like a lot of these rappers have gone through. A lot of these rappers and hip hop artists have gone through rough childhoods, rough upbringings, and it's awesome to see that they like put that into their songs and like try and make it and just like just art instead of just like spitting out words. Like it's more of more purpose,
like Migos, like the Migos,
like me, like culture too, like culture too.
like culture too, exactly, like culture too. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that though. I think that's what makes the difference between artists, when they're gonna be like a known artist for the longest time, or if they're just gonna be there for like the moment, like I say with the Migos, like their music kind of just like it's out there, but people just listen to it just to listen to it. They're not like actually like taking it in for something, At least with like Roddy Ricch and stuff, they're kind of like with the whole album that has a whole meaning to it, and that's what shows the difference between the rappers that are out now. It shows who's for what, I guess, in a way. Yeah, expose Zoom.
I'm gonna expose Zoom. I just recorded again. Let me expose Zoom for the bitches that they are real quick. Okay. So in these troubling times where the economy is at an all-time low and COVID is causing millions and millions of unemployments among Americans, I struggle to have money, just like the rest of us. And I want to make a podcast with my friends. I don't want to use expensive software to record us, something like that. So let's take advantage of a free software that records your video and audio, right? For meetings, just calls to family, something like that. So Zoom comes along, right? And I've been using it for a few episodes, no problem. And then today, for some reason, it only lets me use it for 40 minutes, or else I have to pay $15 a month to use this. Just to do this, $15. You think I have that type of money, Zoom? No, Zoom, I don't.
Zoom should listen to the beginning of our podcast.
We're finessing Zoom. I just started another one, so this is gonna be a cut, right? Now we're starting again. Michael, what was your number 4? That's album.
Number 4, I had the Lost Boys by YBN Cordae. I was gonna say, he had a group. This album was crazy for a first studio album, and being able to get Grammy nominated within that is, to me, really impressive. Like, he had the songs like Bad Idea featuring Chance the Rapper, again, controversial year for him, but he had a great feature in that song.
We can talk about that later if we want to.
He had R&P with Anderson .Paak, Way Back Home with Ty Dolla $ign. We Gonna Make It with Meek Mill. I like Have Mercy too. The crazy thing is, I went to Real Street Festival back in August, and I actually saw this guy live. And, I didn't know what to expect, but man, this guy kind of reminded me a little bit like Travis. I don't know if you guys haven't been to a Travis concert, but for the viewers, this guy was kind of similar to Travis. He was just going crazy. He was bringing the energy up in the crowd. He wasn't doing this thing where some rappers where they just kind of walk around, they mumble the lyrics and not really doing anything with the crowd. Now this guy was going crazy. He was jumping up and down. He was raging with the crowd. Honestly, it was an insane time for just YBN Cordae. He was giving off like the talent of like a top premier artist.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the start to a great career for him. I think he can make it big in this industry for sure. He got a lot of features off his first studio album, which was really impressive. I know he was a feature in some songs from some. I know he was in a few good songs, but he has a lot of features like Chance, Anderson .Paak, Ty Dolla $ign, the feature king, Ty Dolla $ign, Ty
Dolla $ign, bro.
Ty Dolla $ign, the feature king, Pusha T and Meek Mill, and R and Ray. Lot of features, and for me, this was definitely in my top 5 if I was to make one, because, he, his style, his not fast rapping, not slow rapping, just it's it kind of reminds me of talk rapping. Like he's just trying to talk with you and have
Just
a
putting out a message,
conversation with you. Yeah, he's trying to conversate with you. I'm sorry I'm going deep meaning with these, but I try and go with that with some artists. But I'll definitely say this. I definitely went hard on a few songs broke as fuck. That went hard. The one and R&P went hard. I liked Bad Idea with Chance. Chance, did a decent job as a feature compared to his other work, as Michael mentioned, not living up to par. And then he's had some other songs. Have Mercy went hard, and We Gon' Make It, Meek Mill was hard too. So great placing, Michael. I'm actually liking your list. I'm not objecting to really anything yet. I don't know what Max thinks.
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent.
He's about to expose you, boy.
I ain't exposing.
Max is waiting.
Now, the top 3 here, these are some top tier quality albums. So at number 3, I got So Much Fun with Young Thug. Dude, this album for Young Thug.
I did not think you were gonna put it. I didn't think you were gonna put it up there.
Bro, this album
is not. It is not my. It is not my favorite Young Thug album.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Wait, did you prefer the deluxe or just So Much Fun? Just the regular.
Oh, I like the deluxe. I mean,
yeah, the deluxe.
Dude, I don't know. I really like this album. I mean, to me, this album, it hit different. I mean, really? I mean,
explain.
Within the deluxe, you got the Hot remix with Travis Scott, who killed it. Remember on Halloween, me and our other friend were bopping to the Hot remix. The Travis verse was going insane. That was probably Travis's best feature in a while.
Okay, actually, that is true.
He delivered. With that. You can't disagree with that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Travis bias. I genuinely think, he had a pretty okay year for features, at best, until he released this feature.
It was pretty bad.
Michael, can you think back to when this song was first released? Do you remember what you said to me? You probably don't, but I remember it vividly.
No.
You said Hot remix with Travis Scott was song of the year.
Oh, I mean. Actually, I'm not. So actually, I told you I made a top 10 best songs, and I'm telling you right now, it lived up to it. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it, but I'll tell you that it really lived up to it.
It's on that list. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested.
You know what's funny about that too? You know what's funny about that too? Yeah. That Hot song, the song Hot, the remix, it didn't even outdo the original, which did not make sense. Stream wise and stuff, it didn't pass it.
Oh yeah,
the original, which I was confused because that was a lot better of a song version than the original.
Yeah, probably still a good song, but Travis definitely took it to a top tier level, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, Travis carried it.
No, I just think he really killed his verse. That's all.
No, I feel that. Yeah.
But anyways, good. He had other songs on there like "What's the Move," featuring Lil Uzi Vert, which that's an inside joke within our group, but that song was so amazing.
I'll tell you that. So Much Fun did it. It was a good album.
It was a fun album.
It defined a part of our group, because all we say now whenever we have plans, or when we're trying to think of plans, whenever I'm with these guys and some of our other friends, we just say, "What's the move?" and it all stemmed from that song with Lil Uzi Vert. What's the move? And you know what? I like it. That's a good song.
He had other songs that Bad 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 featuring Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Big Tipper featuring Lil Keed. I like the Hop Off the Jet with Travis Scott. That was a pretty good song in my opinion. Sup May was a good song. This song, it was fun to listen to. You can't deny that. It was a fun album. Whether or not you say it's a top tier album, I think it was an overall fun time to listen to.
You know what? I'll agree with that. I'll say that album was a really good Young Thug album, and it might be his best. But me personally, my favorite Young Thug album is Beautiful Thugger Girls. because
Yeah.
that's one of the big albums that got me into him. Because I don't know, I just his flow and just how he like sang even, but like also just rapped in that album was just so unique from his other stuff. Like I know he always sounded like a weirdo and shit, but like beautiful.
It's
but,
definitely
like,
different. I'll
but,
say
like,
that.
But like on a real, like Beautiful Thugger Girls really moved him around. Like for like a part on some of his verses, like for some of his songs, he sounded like a freaking country artist, which is like didn't make sense, but it was just really funny.
Yeah, he was different.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of the songs on there I really liked, you know. Same with
Yeah.
Jeffrey too. Jeffrey, oh my gosh, that album
Jeffrey was
also
good.
really good.
I think
That
that's
was a really good album.
That's what solidified, I think, him and Travis Scott being a perfect duo for each other when they released Pick Up the Phone.
Yeah, exactly. Pick Up the Phone. Oh my god, that was a good song.
Yeah. So off that point you made, Max, do you just want to make a observation? Do you think Young Thug is with that album was trying to go more like mainstream music and trying to appeal to like a very large audience rather than going like more creative and like changing his form of music? Do you think he was trying to go like mainstream with it, or do you think
Are we talking about Beautiful Thugger Girls? Or?
Like with So Much Fun? Like so since
okay.
Like with So Much Fun, do you think he was trying to go like mainstream with like
with
that album, or do you think he just he showed that he still has like creative talents like lyric wise and like flow wise?
I feel like as him as an artist and like his whole career, I feel like every album had like a different, like I guess you can say vibe now, like a different vibe to each of it, you know, like he just had different, like not like his flow changed or anything, but I guess a little bit, you know, his flow changed, you know. And I feel like each album obviously had a different meaning to it and stuff. Some albums didn't even have a meaning, it was just him, you know, sounding like a child. But like I think So Much Fun was a good, like it was a good balance between like trying to get out into the mainstream, like putting himself out there, plus, you know, having some type of creativity. Because I'll tell you that a lot of the songs on there were very creative, which I like, you know, obviously a lot of people don't like Young Thug mainly because of how he sounds and how he raps and, you know, how he doesn't sound like he's speaking a certain language for half the time. But you know, I think that album was super creative on him. That's also why I thought, like, you know, Beautiful Thugger Girls was good. It had an equal balance, you know. There were a couple songs that made it into the mainstream, like, you know, Relationship with, you know, with Future, for the big example, you know. It was super creative of an album because of how he like sounded. And I think, you know, that was a very meaningful album. So Much Fun was, like Michael said, a fun album, you know. It's something you listen to, you know, when you're having fun, I guess, you know. Something
just
you
put on the London
of,
and you're taking off. You're having fun.
Yeah, you know. No, exactly. That's why I think it had a good balance between mainstream and creativity. It was for sure creative.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll fit at number 2. I got Death Race for Love with Juice WRLD, R.I.P.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that spot.
I mean, this Juice WRLD was so creative and talented for the time period he lived. I mean, I don't know what to say. This you could listen to the whole album and you won't be disappointed. Like, there's no bad song in this album.
Yes, dude.
Like,
I'm an
even his prior album,
and I could say Good Riddance, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Goodbye and Good Riddance, or whatever.
Yeah, but you know, like, I don't think this guy has released a bad song in my opinion. He may release maybe an okay mid song, but I don't think he's released a bad song throughout his whole career. His short-lived one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, Death Race for Love, it just hits different. You got Empty, you got Maze, you got Fast, Hear Me Calling, Robbery, Falls and Slings,
Robbery,
Who Shot Cupid?
You know? Who Shot Cupid?
Who Let Go?
Exactly.
I mean, you could listen to this whole album, in my opinion, and it's just gonna hit you different. And
you know, that is totally something I agree with, bro. You know, I think A Death Race for Love, you know, mainly just Juice WRLD as a rapper. You know, obviously R.I.P. Juice, sadly. Mm-hmm. You know, it sucks that all that happened, but like, dude, he made a big statement in the rap community for sure. He changed how people view rap.
From SoundCloud to being a top tier star within what, like a year or two? Like,
And that's all on his creativity though, that's something for sure. That's what made him stand out because of how he sang in his songs. I can say that he sang in his songs because his voice was so good, and just each song that he released, is just it was super creative and it was completely different from what a lot of the mainstream rappers have nowadays.
yeah, like you could listen to any of his freestyles and you could tell like, wow, why is this guy even like, he doesn't even have to auto-tune his voice. Like I remember Max showing me a couple like things he released on Apple Music, I think.
Yes, yes. Go on if whoever's listening to this, if you go on to Juice WRLD's account for Apple Music, go on to the live I forgot what it's called. I think it's the Beats One. It's the Beats One live it's a live performance of Juice WRLD. He's rapping, I forgot what song it was. Let me check real quick. He sings Lean With Me and All Girls Are the Same, both live on the Up Next session for Beats One. And those were so good, He had nothing auto-tuned, all acoustic, and it's just him just singing,
Right.
And it just sounds so good.
And again, like I don't, sometimes he didn't even need to use auto-tune. His voice was just so good and so talented. He was so creative.
Honestly, like if he didn't use auto-tune, that wouldn't be surprising because he already sounds so good.
Right.
Yeah. He does sound amazing. They just like I always like applaud him on just straight like rap skill. I like bring up like this one video of him like where one of his homeboys like and him were in a studio and they were just like
is this the
picking
freestyle?
up random this is a freestyle, yeah. And he like his
I feel like I saw that.
Like his homeboy was just picking up random objects and then Juice would like go on like two straight bars on just the object.
Yeah.
Pick up a stapler.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then rap about a stapler that
dude, bars. I think he rapped one. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he can rap. He can freestyle rap for a while too. That's why I respect him as well because he can freestyle rap, and not a lot of people can do that.
Oh yeah, heck no. It's it was very impressive. Juice WRLD's a legend, bro. That's a great placing, Michael.
For sure, a legend.
I just want to hear what number one is now because that's like.
This is gonna be really controversial, I think, because I know we have a friend. I think he's on your podcast. It was Bobby, and he did not like this. I think he said he didn't like this album. I could be wrong. Wait, I know some people feel iffy, some people like it. And this album is Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone.
Michael.
Let me. I have to get a charger for my phone because it's gonna die. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna pause the recording for a second.
Yeah, you good.
Right now. Okay, Michael, what was your number one?
So this is gonna be a really controversial pick, I think, for number one. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it, and I can see why they don't and see why they like it. But to me, Hollywood's Bleeding is 2019's best album. Post Malone, I love Post Malone. What can I say? I mean, Sunflower. I know that was kind of more of like a single, and I think he kind of put it on his album, but technicality, it's on his album. Sunflower, that's an amazing song. You can't deny that. Then you got Wow, good song. I'm gonna be Staring at the Sun featuring SZA, Take What You Want featuring Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott. Interesting dynamic duo. At first, I'll say Travis Scott did an okay job, but then I grew onto it. But I really liked Ozzy Osbourne's verse on that song. On the Road featuring Meek Mill and Lil Baby, Die For Me, Allergic, 1,000 Bad Times, Circles. I mean, I don't think there's a bad album on this song.
That song.
Honestly,
bad song in the album.
Some say like I should put Death Race for Love at number one with Juice WRLD instead of this one, but I just like this one a little bit more in my opinion. I just like Post Malone. I think he did a great job on it. I like to actually hear your guys' thoughts on this.
I mean, I love Post Malone too. I mean, obviously since Stoney, he's been super good, and he hasn't upset me yet. But if I were to put out of your top 10 to be the number one, it would probably be Death Race for Love. I'd probably put it over this album just because I don't think Hollywood's Bleeding was his best album, but it was still really good,
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
Trevor.
This is it's tough because I love Post Malone too, and ever since White Iverson, off Stoney, I loved him, and he's a monster, and his music is so like really good around the charts. Like I feel like he's been very consistent with his music from the beginning, and I feel like he releases all around like great albums. Like there's like maybe one or two flops in an album, but like the rest is like solid or either like really good. It's not disappointing at all, especially
Right.
to me. So when I look at Hollywood's Bleeding as an album compared to like Stoney and Beer Bongs and Bentleys, in my opinion, it's his worst album out of the three. But you're basically comparing like you're comparing gold at this point, like what gold's better, because it's like it's all good. It's just like you're saying, like I'm just saying that's like the worst one out of the three. That's like all great. But I would have to agree with Max that A Death Race for Love is better than Hollywood's Bleeding. If you're going straight off, the charts and the streaming numbers and how many times Hollywood's Bleeding was purchased, obviously Post Malone would be number one in everything because he has the most like Circles is at like freaking, I'm just looking at Spotify's numbers. Circles is almost at 1 billion. It's at 800 million streams just on Spotify. Yeah. And then like not to mention his singles that he released before the album was dropped, like Sunflower has over 1 billion, 1.5 billion. Wow has almost 900 million. Goodbyes with Young Thug is at 600 million. And those were also great songs in itself. But when I look at the songs that were in the album and not released as a single, I don't think they compare to like the songs that Juice WRLD dropped on A Death Race for Love. Like all those songs that Juice dropped were unique, a lot of gift. He showed in his album a lot of, creative thought, and, he just like impressed me so much. And I feel like I wasn't like blown away by Hollywood's Bleeding. Like, oh, this is amazing. Like this is like Post Malone's best work. It just, in my opinion, just wasn't. So it just like compare, like when I look at like the whole year in general, like, yes, it was like one of the best albums of the year, but just in my personal opinion, it's not number one. It's probably two, like 2 or 3. But I
agree with your point. Like this might be like his, what you said with gold. Like all of them are gold, but probably the worst of the 3. But you can't deny this is still a good album in general.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Like to me, starting off with Hollywood's Bleeding, like the song itself, like to me that's a great intro song. I know Max really liked that one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's very well known for his intros for all his albums, dude. So good.
Overall, I think Post Malone, I don't know if he outdid himself, but he did it again basically. He created.
I think he went up to. Yeah, I think he went up to.
Yeah, he lived up to his standards.
Yeah.
Not disappointing at all. Yeah.
This might be like his best album statistically by numbers, but it's but Beer Bongs Bentley is still his best album in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would agree. Just because he's getting new fans by the years, you're gonna get more streams and views as you get more fans. So there's nothing you can do about that, which I respect. But yeah, Beer Bongs Bentley's for sure.
Yep, 100%. Oh, that's a lot of agreement we got going on. Michael was not controversial that much at all.
Changing it up.
I mean, if you threw Astroworld into 2019, then obviously it'd be a lot different.
This would be a whole different list.
Yeah, it'd be a completely different list. But I can't really disagree with you, Mike. On straight rap and hip hop that you mentioned, like that's a great list, and it was a fantastic year. And maybe like I thought like maybe YBN was just like his album was just a little better than like So Much Fun, something like that. But that's just like a bias. Right. Like I like YBN a lot, and he's one of my favorite not up and coming, but just like like a great hottest rapper right now kind of guy. Like I like his music stuff, but that's the only thing I would probably change is just put like YBN's in ahead. It was so much fun because it was nominated for a Grammy too. So it's just all credit to YBN and to Young Thugger too. Not saying it was bad at all, just personal preference.
Right.
But yeah, great list by Michael. I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of flabbergasted at this, just a little bit. Not saying Michael, you know your music for sure, but whenever Travis or someone comes up, tends to be a little just a little biased. You put stuff ahead that is more deserving than something like that.
Yeah.
But you did a good
Overall,
job.
that was my opinion on the top 10 albums of the year. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more controversial, but I guess unless you had Bobby on here, this would be a whole different.
It would be different. I think you would agree with most of it because he likes all those artists that were mentioned.
I just know sometimes me and him have different opinions on music, and it's just funny.
Yeah.
Not to just call him out. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Wait, sorry, I just forgot about this. So Igor at 10. I think. I guess. I thought it should be moved up way ahead because that was, in my opinion, Tyler's best work, best album. Is better than Flower Boy, better than his old stuff, Cherry Bomb, Goblin. It was so beautifully done, and it was so just I don't know. Tyler, I remember watching this YouTube video of how Tyler made this album, and he literally transformed himself into Igor, this monster who hated or was just broken up with and wanted to kill his his friend who just broke up with him, his boyfriend. And it was so traumatizing for him. It was so scary. It was it was just a difficult time that he had to go through, and he just displayed it beautifully all around through this album. If you go through the list of his intro all the way till the end of his am I mute?
No.
Oh fuck. Oh Max. Oh okay. I'll cut this out. It's all good. But Tyler just kind of went into his bag of just straight imagination, and it kind of showing his not his true colors, almost that he can really be more than just a rapper. He can be a singer, he can be a writer, a very creative writer at that. And he made some bangers in Igor. I loved Puppet, I loved Earthquake,
No, yeah.
and
I wasn't trying to disregard Igor for being number 10. It's just to me, Tyler, it just didn't fit my criteria of what I like personally. You know what I mean? It's this was just more of opinion. I mean,
it was
I try to like it. I really tried. I know a lot of people were hyped about this album. Because I'll admit, I like Flower Boy. Flower Boy was a good album. But to me, it just didn't do it all the way. I think Flower Boy was better. But that doesn't mean this is a bad album. I think this is everyone should still listen to it, give it a chance. Because I know a lot of people like this album a lot.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people I can name, Trevor included.
Yes sir.
Yeah. No, I feel like Flower Boy was a little bit better. I liked Igor because like you said, it was different. I feel like he was, he was able to show his true colors. He was able to show more of who he is, and what he's about now.
Yeah,
and that's why I liked it. I feel like that's why a lot of people liked it. And I mean, I personally would have put Igor a little bit higher up, in the top 10, maybe around like 6, or maybe even 5.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really good album on his part, just because it was very creative, and he was able to show himself a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it. We only have 5 minutes left
Yeah.
on this one.
I mean, honestly, we could always, add on to this, in the next, our next episode or something,
Sure,
I feel
sure.
like I feel like the topics that we have, it could go for a while. Like, imagine we've just been talking
It
about
definitely
this for like
could.
almost an hour,
I mean, we
Yeah.
could do one more
which I think's
segment if you
awesome,
want.
too.
Like, we could just do our favorite rappers, or we could do top 10
Yeah.
singles.
I think,
We can do. What do you, Max? Did you have a top 10 at all, or
I mean, I personally don't have a top 10. I can add in a couple more albums that I thought should have been in
Yeah,
that would be in my
let's
top
hear
10.
it.
But
Let's
like,
hear it.
yeah, I think for sure the one that I think I mean you guys don't really listen to Trippie Redd, but I do.
Oh, I
I
like
think
Trippie Redd a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think A Love Letter to You 4 would have been in the top 5 for mine. Either number 3 or number 2.
Wow.
And because like I said, I love Trippie Redd. I think his voice is also. I think he was kind of like a Juice World type of like figure. He's very unique. His voice, his lyrics are a lot different. He contributes to his lyrics a lot as well, just like how Juice World did.
Mhm.
And I think he just stands out differently from a lot of other rappers. And mainly with A Love Letter to You 4, it was one of his biggest albums that were I guess the streamed the most in a way. And I think a lot of people heard it and liked it a lot better than his other stuff.
Mhm.
So I think A Love Letter to You 4 would have been in my top 10 for sure.
Is it his best album that he's made?
Me personally,
That's a
I
tough
think it would be his top album.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
I would have
not
to
the
agree.
first A Love Letter to You,
Yeah.
it's either the first one or this one. And I thought this one was a lot more personal, I feel like a lot of his songs were a lot more personal to me, and like it kind of hit me a lot more than his other stuff, even though all of his other stuff did hit me, but still, I think it was good.
Yeah. Do you have another one? Do you want to throw in there?
Shoot, I'm not. Shoot, let me think. I feel like I do, but like I'm just.
You want to throw in Bad Guy?
For sure. Ready?
Or,
No. I'm not going outside of the genre of hip hop and rap, because there's a lot of albums I would have put in that were out of rap, and that would be that'd be too much to talk about. I think another album that I would have put in my top 10 is Sensational by Young Gravy.
Oh
my dude, Sensational by Young Gravy, dude. Young Gravy is state of the art, dude. He's so unique and he's so different from everyone else because of how he raps and just what he raps about, and just his humor to it. I think a lot of his songs, mainly with a lot of his production for his songs. His production for the songs are really crazy because there are a lot of samples from older music, and he just makes it, a beat where he can just rap off of, and that's why I really like his stuff. I like his voice. Mainly with one of his best friends. Baby No Money. They're a good combo. And just I think Sensational would totally been in my top 10.
dude, Gravy Train. Gravy Train.
I will admit, I would give you, if he definitely would be my top 20. That was.
Oh yeah.
Young Gravy, that's it. Interesting.
That album is fire. I love.
If you haven't listened to him, you guys should totally listen to him.
Dude, yeah, you guys got to check him out. He is for sure.
Dude, I love the Young Gravy, bro. And his last album, Baby Gravy. What? Oh, yeah, Baby Gravy 2. Or
yes,
it was so. Dude, I love him. I love it so much.
I love him, and dude, it's just him and Baby No Money connect a lot, mainly with their Baby Gravy 2 album. They connected so well, and a lot of the songs on there were good. They even added really random artists. They had Chief. I think they had Chief Keef in that one. They had
Lil Baby.
They had Kuko. It's Kuko, bro. What? Who knew they can add him into some type of rap song with comedy and humor and all that. I thought it was really good. I think Baby Gravy 2 was a really good album too, but that's of 2020 for sure.
That was a one I didn't think of off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because now I'm thinking about it. I'm oh, I love that album so much.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, yes.
Oh,
I think if I were to add
yes, Gravy so cold and thinking you the flu shot,
dude.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about a lot today. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but in post, maybe probably like an hour. So like, damn, we got like it was like one topic, and we like just stretched it out, and it was like it was
Stretching out so much.
it was easy. No, it was easy to talk about though, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was really fun. That was really
Yeah.
fun.
I thought it was
I had fun
good.
talking about this.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah. This is good.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
it. You know,
this will definitely be stretched out. You know, we might have, an extra guest one time just to like,
oh yeah.
spice things up. Maybe Bobby,
Yeah.
maybe like, disagrees with Sturgis on literally everything.
Yeah.
Especially
Hey,
music.
that would be exciting.
We can get him in here. That'd be fun. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll definitely do more of these, discussing some more music, maybe some new genres to talk about, new up and coming
Yes.
artists, best music from past years, not just 2019, maybe 2015, 16, 17, and so on. But yeah, music is fun, and it's, an interesting topic all around. And especially when you have two
Yeah.
connoisseurs of the music of music in here. So you guys will definitely
Dude, yeah.
and you guys will be
Yeah.
on again for sure. Do you guys have fun?
I had so
Dude,
much
I
fun.
enjoyed it, bro. It gave me some break time, where I'm not doing homework or something. It gives me something to do during the quarantine,
Exactly.
And I can
That's
talk
what this
about
is
that I
for.
enjoy. And I like
Yeah.
this.
That's what this is for, to provide
Yeah.
some, just a little bit of happiness and a
Yeah,
little bit of distraction from this crappy time.
Need some quarantine vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just vibe and, lay on your bed and listen to this,
Dude,
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
to anyone listening, I recommend you listen to these 10 albums if you haven't. We have a lot of time now. So it's a good time to listen to music if you're trying to get into it or if you're trying to delve into a new genre. This is a good time.
Yeah. Perfect time. Yeah, thanks guys for coming out. Thanks for accepting my Zoom invite.
Dude,
I won't be using Zoom again for this. So it's a good experiment. But thanks guys for staying patient, and appreciate you guys with your input. And
Dude,
yeah, I'll definitely have you on again for sure.
Yeah, dude, anytime.
I'll be
I'm
happy to
down.
join.
This is fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. All right. Take care, guys.
All right, you too, Trevor.
I'll talk
Take
to you
care.
later, bro. Peace.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 3 of TD's podcast. Hope you guys really enjoyed that one. I had a lot of fun making that. Love both of those guys. Love their music takes. Max and Michael both love music a lot, and music is something that inspires us, keeps us occupied, and it can have an impact on a lot of people's lives, and it's an awesome topic to discuss. And rap and hip hop is a genre I especially like, and it was awesome talking with those guys about it. And they gave some great input. Michael with his top 10 albums didn't really hate on it at all. Like, it was a great list. Got to give him credit. It was a great list. No argument from me, and I think Max can agree with me on that one. But yeah, we'll definitely be having both of those guys on again, and we'll be discussing more topics down the road. We might make this a weekly thing. Music weekly with me, Max, and Michael. That might be a fun little subject. Fun little topic to talk about. Yeah, for sure. But I am talking to myself at this point, so let me just cut the video out real quick. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We live in weird times right now, and I hope this can be some sort of occupation for you in these weird times where you're just sitting at home and not really doing anything. Hope this is fun, gives you a laugh, piques your attention, because I really have fun at doing these, and I will keep doing them as long as we're quarantined. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you all. Stay safe. Please stay safe out there. All right. Bye.